tell us what the plan was?
To make her work and struggle. No, Haf's a really good player. You know, I've known her, watched her for a long time. She's just done a tremendous job of working on her game and getting better. You know, she started at Hawaii playing 2 sports and then wasn't really recruited by Pac-12 schools. But she has worked, improved her game, and now she's a legitimate, really, really good player. I thought as a team we smothered her. We did a very good job defensively, and that started off with Dominique McBride. She was aggressive on her. She wasn't giving her open looks. She defended in screens well. She defended on ball, pick and pops well. I'm really proud because she's the one that started it, and then everybody else kind of helped out with that. But I mean, this is probably a season low for her. She still had 7 rebounds. That's how good she is. But I mean, 1 for 13 from the floor. You know, we had a goal to hold her to, and we exceeded that. So.
What about Samaji's effort with Kate being on the bench? I thought she was a monster. In the lane.
Samaji did really good. Still have to work on, you know, she's a 5. She's used to just going into the paint. So some stuff we do, she's got to match up. She's not used to guarding a versatile 4, and that's a learning curve. She will get there, but it's just those high school habits. I thought Kate had some tough fouls. Kate, the little reaches, those are freshman mistakes. Those are mistakes where it's more important to not go for that because we need you on the floor. So I explained that to her, but those are things she'll learn. But I thought Samaje did a really good job getting tough rebounds in traffic, even though she's not boxing out still. But getting tough rebounds, altering shots, getting some block shots. I don't know if it even showed up, her block shots. It says 1. I think she altered it 2 or 3. Really good presence inside. She struggled a little bit with guarding off the dribble earlier, but then she made a really good adjustment, so I'm proud of the way she played. And then also very proud of Bryce. Bryce came in unconscious, ready to shoot with confidence, and she's been putting in so much work, so I'm just happy that she's playing so confident. Because I love it when a player's doing what I ask, doing everything I want, putting in extra, that's on her own without asking, and then coming in and playing at a high level of confidence. And that's hard to do when you don't have as many chances coming off the bench.
Do you think, you know, you guys came out and this was a tough one.
Very tough.
Utah's a tough team.
Very good team.
Even though that they were on up to now a 4-game losing streak. You guys just came out. Is it Friday nights? You guys love Friday nights here.
No, I think it's just the confidence back at home after, you know, getting embarrassed in Pullman, really playing bad defense in Pullman. I think that we worked all week. We had a long week. Normally you would give like 2 days off. Did not, gave Sunday off, and we had some lighter practices, but we worked. We worked on defense because I know that some of it may not pay off now, but it'll pay off in March. And our goal is to play in the postseason. So, you know, whatever that might be. So working on the little things is very important. We still have to get better. We still have to get better at boxing out. But we are doing some really good things and had a really good team defensive effort tonight. So I'm very proud of that. Utah is a very good team. They're a better team than we are. They have more depth. They have better players in better positions. So I think that this was a very good win for us. But, you know, I also explained to the team that we didn't have any pressure. They have the pressure because they're higher than us in the Pac-12. They just came off 4 losses, so all the pressure was on them. It wasn't on us. So just to go out and win, you know, we're not supposed to win, we're lower. So that's what I try to talk about. They played loose and played. And, you know, our goal for this weekend is to get a couple wins at home because we know that next week and the week after it's going to be very hard. So this is an important weekend for us.
How important was it to lead the entire second half?
It was very important, I think, for confidence, and I think they cut it within 4, I want to say. 3? Yeah, 3. So that got a little bit scary. We don't have any depth. We're down 1 starter. So we have 1 primary ball handler on the floor. It's hard. Erie played 39 minutes, handling the ball the whole time. It's not easy. She's our only point guard right now. So very proud of our efforts despite that. And, you know, we'll get Lucia back probably on Sunday, if not next week. But really good to lead because I think it's a little bit easier. You get really tight when things get close. I think we got a little bit tight. They went on a 7 or 8-0 run. They went on some runs, but we were then able to get some stops. I think the discipline thing for us, and that's one of the things about being pretty good in transition, is we then take quick shots. So I don't want 4 quick shots in a row. Then Ari kind of settled, took a couple threes. She hit a couple, but then the other 2 were too fast because then we gave up fast breaks. So those are the things that we have to learn to control tempo in the games and not take those. So after we just took 2 and missed them, we need to play longer offense. But those are learning, and we're a young team. So we're not there yet knowing those things, but we're learning them.
Looked like your ball movement was a lot better too, on this.
It's the
home
same.
game.
It's always better when we're winning. So because when we lose, we don't move the ball. The offense is the same. Nothing's changed. The difference is Sam's attacking, not just passing it back. She's attacking when it gets reversed, or we are reversing it. That's what we're supposed to always do. So we're just doing that. And when we play well, we do that. When we don't play well, we don't. It stays on one side. We still at times didn't do that tonight. Like Sam would stay with it. My thing is if you hold it for longer than a second, it's too long. So you're ready to shoot or pass. If you need to make that decision in a split second, half a second, because if you're holding, you're stalling the ball, and we don't want to stall the ball. I think we did that at times sometimes. But we really did that in Utah and got our butts kicked. I think tonight more people are aggressive and feeling good, so then they drive it a little bit more. I thought Dominique was huge defensively. She was huge offensively, attacking Huff. I thought that Bryce came in, gave us that spark, so then it allows us to rest people. Those little things are very, very important. I thought Destiny, she did some good things. She got fouled, she drove it, she had a different aggressiveness that we haven't seen in a while. So those are important things. Without those things, we don't win this game. So I think this was just a really, really good team effort. And to shoot 46% against them is just really good. Now our free throws are just another story.
I mean, they took 5 and, was that what it was?
Yeah, well, we held them to, yeah,
7.7 shooting in the second quarter.
yeah, I remember that. We talked about that at halftime. Yeah, 1 for 13, I think, from the field it was. That was a really good second quarter. I think that was one of the key factors in the game. But then we talked about at halftime not letting up, and they came out and had a run. So we have to be able to start the second half better.
What did you tell them in the first quarter and the second quarter, both immediate timeouts halfway through the period? Because they only missed one shot in each quarter after shooting poorly to open up both quarters.
Well, I think we talked a lot about in the timeouts just how we're defending on balls. So I try to give like short, specific things. I don't try to say 10 things because then they won't remember them. So I try to give 2 or 3 points. One of our points was I didn't like the way we were defending the on balls in our defense. I thought we were kind of getting caught, and I don't think we were reading the defense well. So I talked a lot about how they were defending us. They were going third. They were going under our on balls, and we weren't making them pay. So talked about lowering our screens and doing different stuff off of that. And I thought our players made a really good adjustment, but that's stuff we work on. I think just in the game situations, they're hard to read. So we have to get better as we evolve as a team. We have to get better at that because people are going to go under on Ari because she's so fast. So we have to make them pay for that. But I thought Sam Thomas was huge tonight. We were able to run on ball stuff for her, which it's good because it gets the ball out of Ari's hand. We can't have the ball in Ari's hand for 40 minutes. So I thought Titi. Remember, Titi was out for a while, so I was even worried playing her this much, 31 minutes, because she's been out. She just came back. It's her first game back. So she missed Washington State and got hurt at Washington. So she hadn't practiced up until a couple days ago. So for her to come in and play like that in 31 minutes, it's a lot. It says a lot about her and her resiliency.
Your defense seemed to really come back to what you've been most of the season. I mean,
Yeah.
last Sunday or Saturday was a tough
It
outing.
was bad.
Did they, what was it that they just, I mean, even right from the get-go, sure you were down by 3 in the first quarter, but after that, you just like locked down.
Well, I think that's a mentality for them because they're playing. That's our goal every game because we're not good enough and we're not talented enough offensively to go head-to-head in the Pac-12 and half court. We're just not. We don't have the personnel. We don't have the depth. We don't have the inside presence. We have Ari, who's a really dynamic guard, but we have Sam, who's athletic, but we don't have a ton of depth and someone to just pound the ball until we're playing 2 forwards basically until Samaje comes in and she's a freshman. So I think their mindset defensively is on them. I feel like we can do that every game. In some games we just don't do it. Or we let mistakes compound. I thought tonight we had a different mentality, a different look in their eyes, shoot around their focus. I think they really wanted to win this game. I think they felt the same way about Washington, but I don't think they had the same intensity against Washington State. So that is a youth thing. That's a thing where we don't know how to do that yet. We don't know how to go on the road and beat 2 teams that we should. Now we're young, we're going to get there, but we're going to also see this weekend. So we want to sweep. Well, that's what we want. We need to get one. We're playing on the road at Cal and Stanford next week, or Stanford and Cal, and then we're playing home against the Oregons. So that's a really tough stretch. So this weekend's really important. So to see what we're made of, can we win 2 in a row? Can we play good on Friday night and play good on Sunday? That's the challenge with the young team. I don't know. I don't know if we can because we've done it and then we can't. So I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to figure out what the triggers are those because both teams are always tired. So we have to find a way to get it done. And to me, the scariest teams are to play are teams like Colorado. Teams that, like how we were last year, we were capable of upsetting. People relax against you, and then you go out and get a win. That's why Colorado just beat USC. So that worries me. So can we focus like we did tonight? Can we focus like that on Sunday? That's the challenge. And I don't know that answer because we haven't done that consistently. Are we capable? Yeah. Do we have the personnel to? Yeah. But do we have the mental toughness? Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. So I'm going to challenge us. We're not going to get too high or too low. This was a game that I felt we had a really good chance of winning. We took care of business. So can we focus and get back and take care of it on Sunday? So that's what I talk about, a team that's ready for the next level. And we're not ready for some of those things yet. So we're trying to find those steps to get us there, and then it pays off later. So we're working through that. We do it sometimes, we don't do it other times, and that's why teams are first in the Pac-12 and teams are 7th, 8th. That's the difference. Small margin of error, and Colorado's a really good team. So it's now on to the next one. We celebrate for about an hour, and then you got to move on quick. That's how hard the Pac-12 is. Other leagues, it doesn't feel like this, you know. And we're the best league in the country, though.
You're always adamant that this program isn't where you envision it being coming in the coming years, but do you ever allow yourself, especially after a win against a very good Utah team, to like sit back and think, you know, we've made a lot of progress in these
No,
past
I
few
don't
years?
because I'm a competitor. And I probably should to them. I'm happy. I think we played really well. I'm going to be positive and all of that, but I just think that I know we can do so much more. And I do know this program has came a long way, and I'm so proud of our players. Like, I really am proud on the court, off the court, but I know that they're capable of doing more. I know that we're capable of going to that next level. Now, can we mentally, those things, because the mental part of our game is 70% of it. So I know we can, so I don't want to rest. I want to find ways to help them. Like, there's some things I helped them with a little bit more tonight, and I've had some talks like, hey, what do you need from me? And sometimes I think it's, as a player, you don't know what to do in certain situations, and that's okay. But you got to tell me you don't know that because I can't read your mind. So I think we've had some really good conversations, and we kind of made some big strides in the last week. So I think that, yeah, I know I'm happy for sure, but I want us to, I know we're capable of getting a win Sunday, so I want us to be able to execute that for them. Because I also know, as a realist, I know what's ahead. I know we're capable of going to get a split, or, you know, we're capable of winning on the road. It's a lot harder. I know this Sunday is a little bit easier. And then Oregon, can we upset them? Yeah. But it's a lot harder. So I think just from experience, I know that. So I really want us to take care of business. And then there's no pressure. If you win one, you do. If you don't, you don't. So putting ourselves in a situation that we're capable of doing. Now, if you would have said, okay, we want to sweep this weekend against the Oregon, I'd have said, that's a little harder. I wouldn't say that, obviously, but I know that. So I want us to do the stuff we're supposed to do and then have no pressure and have fun on the other ones. And if you do it, you do it. You don't, you don't. So but yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that's just a competitive thing. And I don't know. I think that's probably how I am. That's probably my strength and weakness, I'm sure. Thanks for pointing that out. So celebrate a little bit more. But no, it is true. But I am very, very proud of us. Okay, thanks, you guys. I know I do need to do that a little bit more. Now.
Questions for the Stanley Dominique?
How much did you want tonight after losing last week at Washington State?
Well, we just wanted to come out and be as aggressive as possible. We were a little embarrassed the first game by them. We were down by at least 30 the first game. We came back and only lost by 15, but we wanted to come in and show what we can do, get this game so we still have a chance at the tournament, and just be as aggressive as possible.
What was the key to your defense against Huff? Because you really shut her down most games that she's played in the conference.
Yeah, I think, like I said, the first game, our defensive intensity wasn't really there, including my own, and I know what I'm capable of in defense. And I think just having that mentality just to not let her do it again, not let her get her averages or beyond that. So, and it was a team effort, too. It was when she got the ball in the post, guards were digging everywhere, and so it made it tough for her.
And do you feel like Friday's your night?
I don't know. I just try and go out and play every day the hardest that I can. Maybe it just happens that it's Fridays, but I mean, I try every game.
What was the, I thought that Samaje played really well, especially helping you guys down low in the paint, with their bigs. Talk about her improvement from, day one till now.
Oh, she's improved tremendously. I think that by next year and even now, like, she can be one of the dominant posts in the Pac-12. She just has to have the mentality to get better in a couple areas, but with her size and capabilities, she can be, like I said, one of the best. And tonight she proved that she can. She came in when Kate was down and gave us some good minutes, so we're proud of her.
Did you guys feel at any point in the game like it was yours, like it was within reach? Because every time, they had a couple of runs where they came within like a point or two, and you always responded. And sometimes you get a feeling in a game like, if we continue to do this, it's our game. Did you feel that at all?
I don't really think we felt that, just because we know, like, we've seen like all these games where people come back from like 20-point deficits, so we knew we just had to like work hard. And they had Huff, who like averages 20 and 10, and she was only about like 5 at halftime, so we knew what she was capable of, getting those extra points. And then Dre stepped up when Huff was down, so we knew like we had to stay on all players all the time throughout the 4 quarters.
And what was it that, you guys just responded all the time? I mean, your defense was relentless, like you've been in the past. But, to go up against a team like this that has a lot of different weapons, it seems like every other week somebody else's player of the week or something like that. And you guys just kept coming with that defense.
I think just it's not been the best it's has been in the past, especially early on, these past couple of games. So we really wanted to take it up a notch and, like I said, prove ourselves from the first time we played them. And I think that when they were coming back, I don't think we felt that we were worried or anything like that. We just held our composure and just kept giving it to them, and I think that was great growth from the past couple of games.
And Sam gets that 3 at the end, so if iced it.
I mean, I was hoping it goes in, because I knew if I missed it, we had to get back on team. We were in trouble. So I'm just glad it went in, and that really brought up the intensity on the defense too.
Sam, talk about Bryce's performance. She played tonight like she was a starter all year long.
Yeah, I'm really proud of Bryce. She's definitely grown. She shoots extra all the time, getting those extra shots up, waiting for her moment, which was tonight. Now that Lucia's down, we needed some guards to get some subs in, and Bryce really stepped up. She was confident in her shot, which I think helps a lot in helping it go in.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.